The power of storytelling. I was born and raised in Malawi. I grew up listening to stories. So, bedtime stories. Culturally, you get to just hear the stories and not necessarily like read from a book. My dad, who I'll always give props to, is an amazing storyteller, right? Stories are passed from generation to generation. Literally, as you're going to sleep, you hear the stories. They are tales, they're fascinating. They catch your whole attention. I grew up hearing stories, and I can tell you story after story till today because that's just the power of storytelling. That at this age, I can tell you the different tales and the different stories that I grew up hearing. This is why we're here. We are in this space where you are going to be hearing storytelling, positive birth stories from so many people who have had them. So you can be able to hear them. You can be able to be encouraged. You can be able to be empowered. And I am so excited that this is what we're doing. I am MaryNissi Lemon. I am a doula. I am a childbirth educator. I am a lactation consultant, a doula mentor, like all things birthing, okay, is what I call it. And this has truly been a dream come true to be able to come into this space and say, what does it look like for us to hear these amazing stories that are happening in labor room? It starts with my own story, right? My own story of giving birth. I had an amazing birth, and you will hear all about it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But it really starts with my own story. As a Black woman, as an immigrant coming into this space and having my first hospital birth be amazing and realize that that was not the norm of what I heard, right? I didn't know. I didn't know that this was possible, and yet it happened. And I have been supporting so many families, so many people to also have their positive birth experience. And you get to hear about that. You get to hear the stories. There will be right here on this corner sharing with you all the things. And I'm so excited. This episode is brought to you by Coco Life. Coco Life is an amazing organization that is standing in the front line of Black maternal wellness. They support pregnant folks from pregnancy, postpartum, and compassion. For more information, please check cocolife.black. The question I think to start today is why, right? Why positive birth stories? What does it do? Why is this the mission? And I first have to tell you about what I do now and some of, how I do this work. And then I have to tell you about our goals and where you come in. So as I mentioned, I am a doula, right? I do this work. I am in labor room. I support families. And I've been doing this for about 10 years now. I'm a childbirth educator. I teach at the birthing center. I teach in various spaces, preparing people for their birth. I am also one of the members in the Maternal Mortality Review here in our city. The Maternal Mortality Review Committee is where there is members who are doctors, who are nurses and social workers and different people that come into the committee. So you actually have to be invited to be part of it. But this is a space that we review loss of mamas, of people that we have lost because of through pregnancy and postpartum. And it is one of the heaviest places that I am in that always takes me a little bit to recover from, because we are literally reviewing stories, things that could have been avoided, things that should have been done so that this person is still here. I always hold that very heavily and realize that it's also a privilege that I get to be in this space to be able to walk through that. But it's heavy. It's extremely heavy. And when I come on here and say we are starting a positive birth podcast, right? I want you to know that this is a place of hope. This is a place of resilience. We're not coming in to say everybody has positive birth experience. Not yet. Not yet. Because we're on a mission, literally, to change the narrative. That's what this space is. This is a community where we're going to change the narrative, where we're going to insert hope that people like me, that look like me, people that look like you can have your positive birth experience, and that it's possible and it's happening over and over again. And I think that is just so, so helpful. Like, we have to talk about that. We have to talk about the resilience. We have to talk about the hope, because that's what we're bringing today. Now more than ever, this is like what we need. Now more than ever, in the world of so much negativity, right? Even the algorithm, you're like, what is going on? We need this now more than ever. So who is this for, right? This is for you. This is for you, right? You are pregnant, you are thinking about having a baby or having more babies, right? You know people in your circle that are looking to start families or have babies. You're a doula, you are a birth worker or looking to really be in this work. This is your space. This is our space that we can cheer on, we can be encouraged, we can be empowered to know that then others, so that you can go and also have your positive birth experience. Because guess what? This is for everybody. Okay? Positive birth is not just for me. It's not just for the families, for the mamas that you're going to hear. Yes, you're going to hear from partners, you're going to hear from dads. It's not just for them, it is for all of us, because we are going to change the narrative, right? I look forward for the day that my kids, right? Like the next generation is, when they hear about birth, they're going to hear the good stuff, okay? Not the scary stuff. I always say, why is it that we always hear the crazy stuff, right? Tell me, when's the last time you heard somebody come and tell you about their birth and said how amazing it was? When was it? Right? That's not what we hear at all. And the goal is that this is the space for you to come and let your shoulders down, allow yourself to be open, and to really allow this space to encourage you and your journey. This episode is brought to you by Everybody Advocacy. It is a platform for birth, equity, and reproductive justice advocacy. Its mission is to connect the public with organizations and individuals who provide educational programming, evidence-based care, and policy initiatives focused on bodily autonomy for everybody. For more information, check out everybodyadvocacy.org. Going back to storytelling, why we're doing storytelling specifically, right, is that when you hear stories, they meet a part of you in the season that you're in very uniquely, right? We know that storytelling brings trust, right? And safety. We know that storytelling connects with you emotionally, right? It's not just mental, it connects with you emotionally. It connects with you neurologically, right? It connects with you culturally. You're going to see people that you're going to relate to. You're going to hear something that is just for you. And that is the power of storytelling, right? Of hearing how people planned, how people prepared, how was that birth, and what happened after, right? You will get to hear that, and guess what? And all of it is positive, which is absolutely incredible, I remember when I was pregnant, again, you will hear my story, don't you worry. But I remember I was pregnant and I would come on here on YouTube, literally Google it, like trying to find positive births. Like, is there a Black woman who had a positive birth? Is there an immigrant woman who had a really good birth in a hospital setting? Because that was my story. And so you no longer have to worry about that. You get to come in this space and you can know that you will come out transformed. You will be encouraged, and you can then come back. You can come to the space. I would love to have you come and share your story, your own positive birth story here. This is why we're doing this. Again, I cannot wait for you to hear all of it. I cannot wait for you to hear our guests. We have people coming from all walks of life, people coming from all different cultures, from different countries. What? Yes. We have everybody coming and really sharing their story, so you can know that this is for all. It is not about what you look like. It is not about even age. Is that this is accessible to you and accessible to us all. Thank you so much for being here, for listening. And this is where you come in, right? Like, how can you be part of this? Please come weekly. We are having weekly episodes. You will hear the stories every Wednesday. We're dropping one. So definitely turn on that notification button, subscribe, be part of this community, be part of this group. And this is it. This is the last thing that I really want to share. share it with someone else, right? Send the link to someone else. We'll be in this Facebook Prego Moms or whatever, or on WhatsApp or on your group text. Share with someone else because you need to hear this, and so does someone else as well. And this is really how you can support this work. And I can't wait to see you next week.